Hi everyone, Ben here from Sydney Fruit Gardening again. Just thought I'd do a quick video and show you two new additions to the garden, and I might just do a quick walk around and show you some progress on a few other things. So you can probably see these two newly planted trees here. These just arrived not long ago, and I thought, why waste any time? Let's get them in the ground. It's been raining here in Sydney quite a bit, so the ground's nice and soft. Just thought I'd get them in. And the first one here, this is a little peach tree actually. So Tropical Sensations, the early beauty variety of peach, meant for Queensland gardens apparently. Well, we're not in Queensland, so I'm sure it'll do fine here in Sydney. I actually ordered one of the tropical dwarf peaches. I think the sunset something peach, right? But they didn't send me that. They sent me something else, and apologised. But anyway, I looked up, and apparently you can still prune these to keep them small. So yeah, the thinking is with this guy, I'm going to try to help create a bit of a microclimate here for some of the tropicals. I've got the Rollinia, the jackfruit. I'm going to try and espalier those two, protected by the overhanging, I think it's a bottle brush or grevillea, something like that. But yeah, when this one gets a bit taller, should help to act as a bit of a windbreak, and during winter, being deciduous, should lose its leaves and still allow the light in. So that's the idea with this guy. It's a yellow fleshed peach, which I always tend to find that they're the nicer varieties, grafted of course. So let's see how that one progresses. It did spend a bit longer in the post, like everything seems to be at the moment, but it is. I had it in a pot for about a week now, just put it in the ground. Bit of new growth starting to come through. That's just come since I've got it here in Sydney, so should be okay. And the next one, a big favourite with all the tropical fruit lovers out there. Very hard to get your hands on at the moment. Drum roll, it's the white sapote. Yay, finally got one. This is the grafted Kampong variety, which is supposed to be self-pollinating and naturally a bit more dwarfing than the other varieties. I know these can get to be really big trees, so yeah, really excited about this guy. There's the graft down here. You can see, like, it's not, that side you can see a bit of the gap there, but it has really healed well there and a little bit halfway up, so plenty of growth on the top. Lots of these little buds as well, which they were there when it arrived in the post on Saturday, so a couple of days ago. I planted it in the ground on Sunday. I didn't waste any time. And yeah, listen, it's a trooper. It seems to be doing all right. I was really cautious about the root disturbance, and I think it's transplanted nicely in the ground. These leaves are they were actually forced like that in the package. So when it was packaged up, they were pushed down. Again, it spent about a week in the post, so not ideal, but plenty of compost, plenty of sea soil in there. So hopefully this one will do nicely as well. So really happy about those. The Rollinia is doing all right, plenty of new growth up the top there. New growth all up and down the sides. This little branch died back, unfortunately. So listen, I'll just find another one. Maybe this one will grow up, or I can pull this one down. But there's plenty of growth on this guy, which is great. I don't know if I showed you guys this one. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, apologies if I have, but yeah, listen, this guy's the wax jambu. Sizegium jambolana, there we go. dark red purple skin fruit, also known as rose apple, fast growing tree. Sweet, white, fresh, crispy fruit. Fruits in 1 to 2 years from cutting. So yeah, listen, I hear these guys are quite frost sensitive, but I do know someone in Sydney just kept it in a pot outside, pretty much unprotected during winter, and it did really fine. So this one though is definitely going to stay in the pot. I'll give it a test run over winter. Let's see how it goes. Interested that this is propagated from cutting. That makes me tempted just to go snip snip and maybe try a bit of propagation myself. So I might do that. Always love having a backup tree. This one hasn't really grown yet since I got it a week or so ago. It's got some buds there maybe, but yeah, listen, it looks like a nice healthy tree. Never tried this fruit before, so really keen on giving it a go. I hear they're just a refreshing kind of crispy texture and taste, especially if you eat the fruit cold from the fridge or something. So looking forward to that. Dwarf Groomy Chummer's doing all right. New growth there. That's been coming since I planted this one in the ground, so that's a happy little tree, that one. Jackfruit. Yeah, more growth there. That leaf has grown since I've transplanted it, and it's got new growth there. So now with apples, when you're doing espalier, you would wait till it gets, say, above, the actual main stem, above the first line there somewhere, and then you'd actually chop it off, and you'd get, in apples you get the next 3 buds growing, which means one growing that way, one you can train to go that way, and one that would keep growing up. Jackfruit, I don't know how they work, so we'll experiment. I've got plenty of seedlings. These things grow really easily from seed, so I'll wait till it grows a bit more, chop it off, and see if I can train it along the wires here. I got that idea from Gardening Australia, from Jerry on Gardening Australia. He's if you look up espalier jackfruit, he's growing a beautiful one up there in Brisbane, I think. Obviously a more conducive climate to jackfruit, but that's not going to stop me from trying in Sydney. All right, Cedar Bay cherry's been doing fine since I transplanted that one as well. Really looks quite alive, quite happy. Nice and glossy leaves there, look at that. Bit of water on there from that I've just sprayed. That's what you love, these tropical plants, just those glossy leaves, that lush kind of look in your garden. Plus you get the fruit too, which is fantastic. There's my raspberry patch, so non-tropical, but starting to get raspberry flowers now, and the odd raspberry down here, which is great. So these are non-tropical, but again, that pretty lush look as well, and super easy to grow, guys. Like really easy, and lots of raspberries. If you've got young kids, fantastic, because they come out and enjoy the experience of picking fresh raspberries. So really good, that one. It is hiding my Quaimuk or Quaimuck. I still don't know how to pronounce that correctly. That one is starting to grow some new growth, which I'll just zoom in, see if I can show you. Yeah, not really the greatest focus, but anyway, you can probably get the idea. There is some new growth there, just there, and around the side here too. So yeah, and all that damage on there came about when I transplanted it, and a bit from winter as well. So I'm hoping it's reasonably protected here. It'll grow all right. Down there, just in that corner there, you can see the elderberry. Elderberry's been doing fine since it was transplanted, so that's good. A few things growing in this little patch where the tree tomato was. the one that kind of died on me. I potted up. I'll show you him later. So I put a yuck on in there. Got that in a swap, the lemon balm, so they're doing all right. And a red Decker, full-size red Decker banana. That's just sat there for probably 2 weeks now, so hoping that'll start shooting leaves soon. The Dwarf red Decker is good, doing great. It just keeps on shooting out new leaves. Nice one coming out the top there. This one came out first, then this one, so it's doing really good. Happy with that. Peanut butter tree, doing good, new growth there. The soursop's looking not bad. This soursop's not looking crash hot, I think it's gonna die. Canistel's doing all right. Curry tree's doing okay. Oh, I planted the Natal plum, or Natal plum, so that's been shooting out new growth since I transplanted that. You can see there, I think. So that's doing all right. Happy with that. The in-ground Rollinia here is not doing great at all. Just keeps on dying back. Yeah, this was up here. Yeah, died. Keeps on dying back. So I've still got shoots here, but I've just, I've been feeding. I put some fertilizer on and a little bit of cow manure. So I'm hoping that one will come back now the weather's warming up. Panama berry. Panama berry has been growing. It's nice little luscious growth now. I've got the one berry that's actually set, so it's slowly growing. I would like it to grow a bit faster, but such is gardening. We have patience, don't we? So lots of flower buds though, lots of flowering. And I think it just wants a bit more warmth, to be honest. A bit more warmth, and I reckon it's going to set, a lot of fruit. So that's the Panama berry. This jackfruit's doing okay. It's trying to shoot out a lot of new growth, right? But the new growth is coming out. You can sort of see it like this mottled leaf colour. You see that. See it here on this piece as well. If you can get it to focus there. Yeah, just this mottled, kind of stunted growth. A few nice little buds there. But the white stuff is just a kaolin clay kind of spray that I put on to try and stop bugs. A lot of this damage came about during winter, so I really would have thought it would have come back by now, but yeah, again, maybe it just wants a little bit warmer weather and then it'll take off. We'll see. Pot of Rollinia is doing great. Oh, black sapote is doing fantastic. Lots of luscious growth on this one too, really big leaves, lots of little flower buds, so happy with this guy. You can see, I just lift up there, flower buds forming, and more flower buds. So we're looking forward to some more of these Bernica black sapotes this year. Again, just a little grafted tree, but yeah, it's doing really nicely. And again, I'm hoping that'll grow up and just sort of I want to replace the view of the industrial shed with the beautiful greenery of a lush tropical garden. So once all that grows, I'm hoping that's what I'll get. All right, Miracle berry is growing. It's little, very slow growing, but it is growing, and that's the main thing. There is a couple of flower buds, I think. Sort of see in the background there. Bit difficult for me to zoom in whilst holding it, but let's see what I can do here. think that's a flower bud in there. There's another one on here somewhere as well. I'll see if I can find. Last time I spotted one of these flower buds during winter, actually. Well, it was in the greenhouse, so, and nothing came of that. So, oh yeah, there it is. Just there. Again, let me see if I can put it down and zoom in for you. I think that's a flower bud there. Anyway, we'll see. So that's yeah, the miracle berry. Cardamom is growing fine. I was given this as a swap as true cardamom. Let's see. I don't know, a lot of people get these and they find out that they're not true cardamom. Little guavas doing all right. One back there as well. And another one over here, doing okay. Yeah, this is the, well, I forgot the name for a second, Longan. Again, I got this one in a swap too. So it's growing really good. I just don't know where to put it, to be honest. I don't want to go into the middle of the garden just yet. And a lot of these trees, you really need to grow and fill out. Yeah, the trick at this stage is imagining what they're going to look like when they're bigger. Imagining how they're going to fill the space, where the shadow is going to be, where's the sun going to be. You know, how much space do I really have along these edges here? You know, if I plant something somewhere, what's it going to block? So anyway, that's all part of the fun, and it doesn't mind being in a pot at the moment, the Longan. Apples have heaps of apples on them. I've netted them, as you can see. The possums are running along the top eating the tips, so the bird netting is really just to stop the possums at this stage. I've had a few Dorset Golden apples. I had one Tropic Sweet apple, so Dorset Golden seems to be quite finicky as to when you pick it and how good an apple it is, but the Tropic Sweet was a really good apple. Had a very melony taste. And a kind of dense flesh, probably a little bit underripe, but really unique taste for an early apple. So if you see a Tropic Sweet, I recommend you get that apple as well. The Cha-Cha is loving the rain, loving a little bit of warm weather when it gets it, but it is it's a picture of health at the moment. So I love this tree. So it's just the feel of the leaves or something else, and you know, to see it come back after the transplant in March 2020 is fantastic. So lots of new growth happening all around, even at the top. You know, where I was getting dieback, I'm getting new growth. So yeah, that's really good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next year we'll get a Cha-Cha fruit. Always hoping next year. Alright, that's my avocado, the Wurtz. Okay, focus, there we go. Wurtz avocado's doing good. No flowers, never got any flowers. I know a lot of people, their grafted avocados flower in the pot. Not mine. This one didn't flower this year, so this was the first year I've had it in a pot. I'll probably keep it one more year in a pot, and then it will go in the ground in a raised bed somewhere here. Oh, I got another groomy chummer as well. When I ordered the white sapote, another little black groomy chummer, I think it's black. Yeah, groomy chummer. So this is not the dwarf variety. I've got the dwarf variety. So this will be the full size variety, and again I might just grow it against the shed or somewhere else as a little hedge. Tangatuba's grown really well. Put on a lot of size since I bought it. Lots of growth. Loving the wet weather as well. So looking forward to some fruit on that soon. Oh, medium berry. I think this one's doing all right. I think it might be trying to send out some new growth, which is good. If I can just get it to focus there. Yeah, you can sort of see there's some new growth coming out there, which is great. It sort of sat in the pot for quite a while after I transplanted it, so hopefully a bit of new growth coming for that one. There's the tree tomato, Tamarillo. There's a little bit of growth trying to happen at the top here. A little bit of growth at each sort of nodule. You can sort of see it trying to. A little bit, I think. Anyway, we'll see. It's not dead. It's not alive either, though. So, coffees are good. I'm actually trying it in this location. The sun actually runs along here. You know, so it goes from here over like that. So this fence here blocks most of the sun, but coffee doesn't seem to mind. You know, lots of new growth. So if it doesn't mind it here, I may just plant it here and see how it goes. Got two varieties. That one was just given to me in a swap. I don't know what variety that is. This is a Daly's named variety, the Blue Mountain Kenya, which is supposedly one of the highest rated coffee varieties in the world. Anyway, we'll see. So that's all the backyard. There is, I'll show you the figs quickly. There's lots of figs coming along. I'll just go over here. So lots of figs coming along just in these tiny pots from cuttings. Yeah, so happy with how they are progressing. This one over here, look at this. It's full. Just on a little tree like that. Abiu's doing all right. That one sort of, it does want, it does attract a lot of scale insects, sorry. Watch out for scale insects and abiu. Scale insects and aphids on abiu. This one, another Z4 variety, is doing all right, but the E4 is my champion. This is new growth that's happened when I bought it. So pretty much from there upwards, there's all been new growth. Even though we've had cool weather, I think it's loved the rain. Whereas the E4, not as much growth in. So the Z4, not as much growth in the cooler weather, and the growth, you know, the leaves just aren't as big. If you compare that to that one there, yeah, that's quite a big leaf. Where this, yeah, much smaller. So the Z4 not as much growth in the Sydney weather recently. Same with this one here. This Z4, kind of ratty growth. Again, it was battling a lot of scale though, so that's bound to have an impact. Finger limes. So I'll show you. There's plenty of finger limes coming along. This is the Rick's Red variety. Look at all those in there. Finger lime. Yeah. Finger lime. More over there. Another one there. Heaps. And they're up the top as well. So really easy to grow the finger lime in the pot. Doesn't seem to mind being in the pot at all. I don't know how to quite tell when they're ready. I did pick one the other day, but it was not red inside, and this is the Rick's Red, so it's meant to be. mandarin graft is doing well. Bit of growth there. It's trying to shoot out there as well. So happy with that. I think my success rate is getting higher and better. The cleft graft seems to be the way to go for me on citrus. So happy with that. That's probably it. Suriname cherry over there is doing all right. Got all my seedlings down here. Not a lot of growth going on the grafted lukes. The 2 leaves that popped out on the seedling lukes. They're my annual 2 leaves that I get on the seedling lukes. Hopefully that rate will increase. Heaps of Relidia seedlings still. Yeah, other than that, that's just my little alleyway here with the little flowers in it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. That was just a short update. Quite a long update, 26 minutes. All right. Well, thank you everyone, and yeah, I hope you're having a great gardening season as well, and that you're getting lots of fruit coming through. Fewer figs on that one there, and over there. All right, everyone. Signing out for now, and yeah, tune in again for another video another time. Bye.